Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin coming down again a little bit here within the descending wedge that I showed you in the previous video. As we did not break above 40.2k, yeah, there is of course this move down now, but it's nothing too crazy, also nothing too surprising. So we're going to take a look at that. What we can see though, and that is quite interesting and maybe a little concerning, however you want to see it, but a lot of altcoins are really getting hammered down at the moment. I already mentioned XRP. I mentioned a few others as well, so I'm going to make more videos about that. But certainly Polkadot currently, which actually isn't looking too bad, but currently moving towards the target area. ADA made a new swing low, so we need to take a look at that in an ADA video. But yeah, a lot of altcoins losing a lot, including Near Protocol, which is amazing, getting close to buy order levels. If you want to see my own buy and sell orders, check it out on the channel membership. Of course, ApeCoin going up massively, and I will do an ApeCoin video as well later today, okay. So a lot of requests for that, so doing that. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin here in this descending wedge, still from that point of view, no change to the previous video, to the previous update. But let me show you where we are for anybody who's new on the channel. Again, medium term view, independent of what is happening here in the short term. Of course, I always try to give you a medium term, long term outlook, but also the short term. But in the medium term, even though if we move a bit up and down here in the daily noise, that doesn't change anything in the medium term outlook, where the target area is this one here between 20 and 29k. Of course, there is a potential we even go lower, but for me personally, the 29k level is what we need to reach, at least in the current correction, to complete the correction from what we can see at the moment in the chart. If anything significant changes in the chart, for example, we suddenly see an impulsive move to the upside that was unexpected, then of course I will keep you updated. But for now, with everything that we can see, with everything that we know about chart patterns, about the Elliott waves, about how Bitcoin normally behaves, also the indicators like the 1 year moving average below which we are, then we've got this head and shoulders below which we are. Yeah, we're still below the neckline. We've just broken out of a bear flag to the downside. So all of these things pointing towards that target area. And yeah, this is just where we are. And especially this all aligns very well with my Elliott wave count that I have been talking about now for 6 months, and we are getting closer and closer to that target area. Yeah, so end of November we started talking about that target area when Bitcoin, I think, dropped below, I can't remember what it was, somewhere below 60k, I think. Then we said, well, this is where the downtrend will begin, because until then we still had upside potential in this scenario, but that was the magical level. We broke it and then we had that rush down. So looking currently here at Bitcoin, what are we doing in the short term then is we are still in this descending wedge that I showed you in a previous video. There was a potential here for the market to push the price above 40.2k, potentially interesting trade setup, but we did not even break out of the wedge, yeah, and we did not even break into the channel, because you saw that point here where the wedge and that ascending trend line of the channel were overlapping. There was no breakout. There was an attempted one, but we didn't even get far. So 40.2k was here the magical level above which we would have had to move above and also, yeah, stay above and have a 4-hour candle close. Now that didn't happen. Now, if you don't do that, then of course you see a counter reaction. You move lower, and that is what we talked about in previous videos. There is still a potential, as long as you are in the wedge, to move down in the next step then to the support level of the wedge, which would now be here around 37.9k, yeah, so 38k, and to move down once again to that Fibonacci extension level of that wave 1 here that where we already saw a reaction to, yeah, because you can measure that you know, it could be that we are now in that that we completed this 5-wave move down in a higher degree level 1, yeah, and we are now in that wave 2, but we are here forming an ABC. And as I said to you, a C wave consists of 5 waves. So, and with these 5 waves, and this is currently how it's actually looking like. So we've got wave 1 came to here, we have wave 2 coming down, and that makes sense because the wave 2 normally comes down quite a bit. Yeah, so as long as we stay above the beginning of the wave, we are fine, and this could still be here, this wave 2 of the second wave, or of the C wave within wave 2. Then we've got wave 3, 4, and 5, and that would complete that C wave. And that C wave is part of that ABC, which would complete wave 2. And after wave 2 is complete, we can move down in a third wave and continue the major sell-off. But to do so, I think we need to get into this green area here. That will cause a lot of people to get super bullish again, and I think then we are going to get that sell off. Someone had a question. I should explain why the wave 4 is larger than the wave 2 in the wedge here. It's not actually larger, because not in terms of measuring the retracement levels, because the wave 2 here in this one came up all the way to the 61.8% Fibonacci level of that move, but the wave 4 retraced only to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Yeah, so it's actually not larger in terms of the retracements. That is what is important. But even if it was larger, it's not a problem. The wave 4 can be larger than the wave 2. That is absolutely no problem. As per the Elliott waves, ideally it doesn't go into the wave 1 price area. That would be above 44.2k. It didn't, so it's all fine, it's all valid. You know, there's no reason to be worried about that. Yeah, so, and this is where we're currently looking at. I think it can go all the way down here to that 38k level. But if we say, all right, we are now in the C wave and we are here on our move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we can measure the retracements from that beginning of the wave C, and we take the retracement level, and then we should come down where we could find support now and continue to move up. That would then be a third wave within that C wave. We could even drop a little bit lower to the 38.3k level, but somewhere here 38.3. So either now, between now and 38k, we should see that move up in the third wave, and that would have a target. It depends on how far the wave 2 is now coming down. Let's assume we come down maybe to 38.2. Then the target here would be for the third wave, the 42.6k level, the minimum, the 1.618 fib extension. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll observe it. Yeah. Overall, I do expect this this move up, yeah, because we need to get it. I showed you that in the last video on the MACD, that it's kind of low and we would normally expect now a move up. Also, what is interesting is that, well, or important is that nobody now goes in and speculates that the price is now going up, because I say we could get here to a wave 2 low and would move up in a wave 3. What you need to remember, while the C wave is an impulsive one, with that you would work against the trend. And in addition to that, don't only listen to me and come to your own conclusions. And we normally would not trade without having a breakout. You know, you want to see, you know, you want to have a proper trade setup. But so be aware of that, yeah. And but yeah, that's up to you, of course. I'm not telling you not to buy or anything. That's up to you, entirely up to you. I can help you here to understand maybe the chart a little bit better and to show you what I see in the chart. Okay, that's currently my view here about Bitcoin. It's getting interesting. Yeah, we see a bit of volatility in the market again. It's good, and hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And also, if you really like the content, check out the channel membership, and you can do that on my website or here on YouTube. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.